start in Shavasana. So begin laying down with your head facing me on your back. And today we are practicing Yin Yoga for the new moon and solar eclipse that happened over the weekend on Saturday. We are still tapping into those eclipse energies as it's fading off a little bit, or I guess ramping up because we're headed towards the full moon. So this practice, I'd like to invite you to keep a positive mindset. This new moon was in Libra, and so we're thinking about balance here, harmony, your partnerships, fairness, all of the lovely qualities of Libra, and also the shadow aspects. So maybe looking a little deeper, if you'd like to, into indecisiveness or where you're giving your power away, maybe where you aren't speaking your truth or where you're seeking external validation. Those are all Libra energies. So we have this dichotomy of this lightness, this balance and beauty and harmony, and then these other aspects that are also beautiful in their own way, but maybe a little less desirable to have in our day-to-day lives. So I think I want to give you a few words to just kind of feel into as you begin to form your intention for today's practice. So think if any of these resonate with you, if it takes you somewhere, gently follow it, see where you end up. Rebalance, rebirth, new perspectives, manifesting, partnerships, fairness. And as you breathe here into your body and begin to settle in, think of any areas where these words may be lighting up something within you. Maybe going a little deeper into those spaces. During this time, it's really important to make sure that you know what you want. What are your goals? What are you bringing into your life? What are you drawing into the space? And what are you letting go of to create balance and harmony? And just kind of thinking about the intention that you want to set today. And take a big inhale in. Exhale, sigh it all out. Bring your intention to your heart center for your practice. And then when you're ready, meet me in tabletop for cat-cows. Feel free to use your blanket to cushion the knees if needed. On tabletop, our knees are stacked under our hips, wrists stacked under the shoulders. Palms of the hands pressing into the earth, tops of the feet to the mat. On the inhale, our gaze comes up, our belly drops. Exhale, we round the spine, tuck the tailbone, and gaze comes towards the navel. Feel free to close your eyes here if that feels safe to you, and begin to tune into the spine into our hips, our shoulders. Really following the breath here, nice and easy to start. Feel into all of those spaces between each vertebrae, our palms pressing into the earth here, pushing away. We'll use some affirmations throughout today's practice. And our affirmation here is, I am in balance and harmony. I am in balance and harmony. So you can say that to yourself. See if there's some resistance there when we work with affirmations. We like to notice what comes up. Does that feel resistant? Does it feel like you are not in balance and harmony? Or does it feel like something that is true to you? And see if you can shift your perspective throughout the practice today, throughout this posture. And you can begin to move at your own pace and maybe make some atypical movements. So being a little free with your movement here, maybe circling the hips or isolating the rib cage, bending the arms. See if you can create a relationship with your breath and your body that you can carry with you throughout the practice as an anchor, as a way to be grounded and rooted into your intention, into the experience today, to be present in your container. We'll come back to neutral, bringing the big toes together and knees width of the mat. Send the hips back into child's pose and bring the forehead to a block or to your mat. Sinking the hips down into the earth, reaching the arms out, allowing your heart center to open here, open to the earth. Your first intentional release. Bring your mind to the earth, your forehead. And as you arrive today, allow your mind to empty of any energies you've brought with you, any thoughts, any worries, whatever happened before you arrived today, or whatever is to come. And allow it to rest here, to be held here by the earth. An affirmation to work with here is, in the stillness of this moment, I am deeply connected to the universe. In the stillness of this moment, I am deeply connected to the universe. If at any time you receive little messages from your body to move, to wiggle, see if you can calm them. As long as you're not feeling pain or pulling, if you feel any of those things, feel free to move out of any of the postures throughout the practice today. Always listening to our bodies and arriving to wherever they are, knowing that they're ever changing. And some days we may find a pose more accessible than others, and that's okay. We're allowing ourselves to surrender here, to be still if we can, to Come back to the breath. Use any props that you need. We want to feel fully supported and held in our practice. 3 more breaths here. Gaze comes towards the hands. Gently walk the hands back, bringing the head up last. And just pause here at the top with your eyes closed. See if you can tune into the feeling of the pose leaving your body. We'll move into butterfly posture. So bringing the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall open and you can play around with wherever you want your feet to be. They can be further away. They can be closer in. If there's quite a bit of distance here, it may feel nice to use your blocks underneath your thighs. In Yin Yoga, we hold our postures for longer periods of time, so it can be a little intense if you're not used to stretching your hips out in this way. So finding a nice long spine here, feel your sit bones rooted into the earth. Your hips heavy, the crown of your head reaching. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Relax the jaw. See if you can find a nice, even pace of breath here. Even inhale and exhale, maybe for a count of 3 or 4, whatever feels good to you. And following the breath from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. So on the inhale, the breath drawing up to the crown. And on the exhale, following the breath down the spine into the earth. Nice, even inhale and exhale. And think about embracing those positive qualities of the Libra, drawing in harmony and balance and fairness, kindness, beauty. Drawing that energy up from the earth, up into our mind, to the crown. And if you'd like to, you can walk your hands out in front of you. Begin to round the spine and let the head hang heavy here. Stay with the breath, keeping with that even inhale and exhale. We'll walk the hands back, bring the head up last. Release any props, and we'll come back through tabletop as we prepare for dragon. So again, using a blanket if needed to support the knees. Beginning in tabletop with the wrists stacked underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we'll step or walk the right foot forward to meet the hands. So on the outside of your right hand comes your right foot. And then on the inhale, we'll draw the arms up, pressing through the sole of the right foot, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms back, little back bend here. Inhale, reaching up. Interlace the fingers and place them behind the right knee. And take a moment to check in with your alignment. Check in with your hips and see if they're square to the front of the mat. Maybe walking the right foot in a little, aiming to have your knee in line with your middle toe. Just pressing into the earth here with the sole of your right foot, really thinking about drawing up energy from the earth here and really grounding down. Finding your power, finding your strength here. Maybe taking a little lunge forward here, just a baby. Then locating your blocks and placing them on either side of your right foot and taking the lunge a little further if that feels good to you. Really sinking the hips down into the earth. Make sure you're pressing away from the earth still with your blocks and we're not slumping down in our shoulders. So keeping our strength here, keeping our alignment. Come back to the breath. Everything I say is a suggestion. So if you feel like making other movements, other postures during the practice today, if you need to come out of a posture early, feel free to do so. Exhale, press back, little half split here. Right toes pointed towards the front of the mat. And releasing back through tabletop. Stepping or walking that right foot back. And moving into the left side. Step or walk the left foot to meet the hands. Really rooting that left foot down into the earth and pressing up. Inhale, arms come up, reaching. Exhale, cactus the arms for a little back bend. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Interlace the fingers and place them behind the left knee. Check in with your alignment. Hips somewhat square to the front of the mat. If that feels right to your body, we're tuning in and listening to our bodies here. The stillness gives us time to process, to listen to any tiny little messages they may be sending us. If you're feeling a little wobbly, it may help to tuck the back toes. Also gives you a little bit of a toe stretch. Dropping the shoulders down away from the ears. Really finding strength in this posture. Strong stance. And whenever you feel called to, coming down to the blocks, deepening the lunge, dropping the hips down towards the earth. Three more breaths here. On the exhale, sending the hips back. Gentle half split, toes pointed towards the front of the room. Little stretch for our hamstrings. And remove the blocks, coming back through tabletop. We'll move into swan or pigeon on the right side. So from tabletop, drawing that right knee forward towards the hands and playing around with wherever you'd like your shin to be. It can be parallel to the front of the mat. Your ankle can be closer in towards the pelvis. You can also place a block underneath your right thigh, right hip. That can help facilitate bringing the shin closer to parallel with the front of the mat. If that feels better to you, it's a little deeper release there. It's just whatever is right for your body. There's no better or more advanced way to do this. It's just whatever feels good to your body. And pressing our hands into the earth here, really focusing on the center of our palms and this connection with our solar plexus, with our place of empowerment. And thinking about anywhere in your life where you are giving away your power, where you are not being true to yourself, anything that comes to mind where you are feeling disempowered. And thinking about sending all of those stagnant energies, those ties that we're cutting into the earth through the palms of your hands. Think about maybe embracing the transformative energy of the new moon, transforming these ways that we give away our power, our autonomy, our voice, and allowing ourselves to transform that into empowerment, into strength. We'll release on the right side, removing any props. Maybe taking a gentle child's pose before moving into the left side. Coming back to center to find balance. And as we move back through tabletop, and then finding pigeon on the left side, drawing the left knee forward, using any props needed or desired. Think about the hips sinking into the earth, surrendering, letting go. If you'd like to come down to the forearms, you can, letting your head hang heavy. 3 more breaths here. And gently, in whatever way is intuitive to you and your body, release yourself from the pose and come to laying on your back with your head facing me. Keep your blocks nearby. And with knees bent, feet hip distance apart, just windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Nice and slow, feeling into the hips and the lower back. Coming back through center, bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall open, placing the blocks under your knees for Supta Baddha Konasana. This is the reclined version of butterfly that we had at the beginning of class, where we were thinking about drawing up the energies of harmony and balance from the earth, embodying them. Here, think about grounding those energies that we no longer need, allowing anything other than balance and harmony, anything throwing us out of equilibrium, to be released, to be grounded down and held by the earth here. And gently remove the blocks, setting them aside. Maybe drawing the knees in towards the chest, holding onto the shins and rocking side to side, giving your sacrum a little bit of a release here. And knees bent, planting the feet down on the earth, hip distance apart. Press through the soles of the feet and gently lift the hips, shifting them to the left and allowing the knees to fall to the right. To a gentle twist, knees to the right, arms out to a T, gaze comes over the left fingertips. And here, think about squeezing out imbalanced energies, chaotic energies that may be lying within us. Our affirmation here: I release all imbalances and find perfect harmony. I release all imbalances and find perfect harmony. On the inhale, gently unwind, drawing the knees back up through center, shifting the hips back through center and pulling the knees in towards the chest. A little squeeze here, releasing for the opposite side. So dropping the feet down hip distance apart, pressing through the soles of the feet, lifting the hips up this time and shifting them to the right. Let the knees fall to the left. Arms come out to a T. Gaze comes over the right fingertips. And it may feel good to place a block between the knees for you. If you're feeling any pulling in the lower back, sometimes when our hips are a little tight, it can help to release some of that tension by placing the block there. Just listening to our body's little messages, being kind to our bodies. See if you can find that even breath if you've lost it. It's okay. See if you can invite it back into your practice. On the next inhale, gently draw the knees back up through center. Remove any props. Shift the hips back through neutral. Maybe take a big stretch here, sending the legs out long and stretching all the way from the fingertips to the toes. Really feeling into each leg, into the shoulders, the side body. And we'll move into Banana Asana, which for the purpose of this class, I'm calling a crescent asana. Walking the feet to the right corner of the mat, crossing the left ankle over the right, and cactusing the arms out, reaching for the right corner of the mat at the top as well. So creating this C shape or this crescent shape with our body, feeling an opening here in the left side body. Just crossing at the ankles, legs out long. Beautiful. And here as we are in this crescent shape, opening up our left side of our body, see if you can feel the breath fill all of those spaces between each of your ribs into the intercostals. Feel lengthening and thinking about the new energies that you're going to be inviting in here. What are you drawing in? What are we reaching for with our fingertips? What are we pulling in? What new energies are you inviting in? Manifestations? How are you going to create more balance and harmony in your life? And gently unwinding, uncrossing the ankles, moving back through center, and over to the left side, walking the feet over to the left bottom corner of the mat, crossing the right ankle over the left, and cactusing the arms, reaching for the left corner of the top side of the mat. Opening up now on the right side body, breathing into those spaces, allowing the breath to fill your container. Nice, even breath. And here, really thinking about what we are eclipsing out, what we are releasing, old stories, habit energies. This eclipse is also about relationships, relationships with ourselves, ways we're giving away our power, our freedom of expression. What are you letting go of here? Gently unwind, coming back through center and finding your final Shavasana. So let the feet fall open, bring the legs out long, arms at your sides, taking up some space here. Find a nice, comfortable posture. Allow your body this time to integrate all of the work that you've done today. Maybe come back to your intention. Maybe making that scan from the top of your head to your toes. And noticing how you feel now as compared to when you started class today. Energetically, physically, without judgment, just noticing. Letting go of any shape of the breath, and allowing yourself to just be here in this space, to just be in your sacred container. You can begin to gently awaken, wiggling the fingers and toes and making little movements. Take your time, moving with intention, maybe rolling to one side before coming up to a seated position facing me. We'll take a circle sweep of the arms up on the inhale, reaching up, palms together. Exhale, hands at heart center. Another big inhale in. Exhale, sigh it all out. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening in this practice of Yin Yoga, in this new moon eclipse energy in Libra, cultivating balance, beauty, harmony within and around us. It is my greatest wish that you can carry the benefits of tonight's practice with you throughout the rest of your evening and the rest of your week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sat Nam. May you align with your favorite version of you.